Mm. One beloved talking to itself in a dream. How amazing. Just feeling yourself right now without thought. Feeling yourself as God. You can only feel yourself because you're not an object. You can only be yourself. You can only be what you already are. Pure consciousness. Pure, impersonal, transpersonal, transindividual, infinite, all inclusive, in loveness. I found the journal entry that said, I let myself fall in love completely. I let all guards down. I'm not scared of getting hurt. I surrender to myself fully. How beautiful. What a love story. That it was you all along. It was you that you were looking for. Just melt into yourself right now. You as the unmanifest are appearing to yourself as the felt sense of whatever you're experiencing. Tasting yourself. Whatever you're perceiving as yourself appearing as that. Non-duality is everything is myself. What am I without a thought? Mhm. Too easy. Consciousness turns around and looks at itself. And you recognize your true nature, immortal, infinite, timeless, empty, pregnant with potential, open, no end, no beginning. You can't find where you start. You're eternal, invincible. You can't die. You were never born. No before this, no past. Just immediately now. The immediacy of eternity. No story, no name, no gender, ageless. Just a constant joy of awareness. Transcendent of everything because you exist before the sound of this voice and after, and you remain unbroken and untouched by it. Yet emanating because you can't separate your awareness from the sound of this voice. It's a vibration appearing within you. You're pervading it, emanating. You're what everything is made of. So everything is your awareness. Singular stream of field of awareness. Immutable, unbroken, irreducible, non-conceptual. You are the only essence, the only substance from which everything appears and disappears. And you remain constant. Without a thought or in between two thought streams. In your empty, open, naked, aware presence, you're already enlightened. Right now. Too easy. No time, no story, no person. The person was a thought that you'd be imagining right now for the first time, because there's no time, there's no past. So you'd be imagining the life or the birth or the world for the first time right now. There's no linear time for a body or a character or a thing or a world to be moving in. You'd be imagining it right now for the first time. So awareness is constantly refreshing itself. New, new, now, now. No time, no past. So in this silent stillness, in this dissolution of thought stream or contracted creative activity, awareness glimpses itself, sees itself naked. So any fading or dissolving of any creativity, a thought, a sound, a conversation, an activity, pause, and bask in your silence and your stillness, pure awareness without thought. And then you unveil yourself, reveal yourself. So that's why consciousness meditating on itself without thought is the easiest way for you to see yourself, your essential self, to fully realize. Consciousness turns around and looks at itself, glimpses itself, sees itself. Or it continues to play hide and seek by veiling itself quickly with a new thought stream or a new activity to stay busy and distracted, which is beautifully playful. All of it is Shiva, veiling and concealing and revealing. But when you're aware of that, you intentionally pause, intentionally ask, what am I without a thought? Am I aware? Which is a cue to turn around and look at yourself. And to watch your playful creativity of the 5 acts every moment. How you create everything you're perceiving by creating, sustaining, dissolving, veiling, and revealing. And intentionally pausing and unveiling. So much so that you stay revealed. Even in activity, even in contraction, awareness sees itself, self-reflective, sees itself in and as everything, and can never veil itself again. Raleigh sent this beautiful quote this morning by Swami Lakshmanju. There is no difference, not even the slightest difference, between the individual soul and Lord Shiva from the trika point of view. And here's another beautiful quote by him. God and the individual are one. To realize this is the essence of Kashmir Shaivism. So Jivan Mukti is when Shiva realizes it's the Jiva. Jiva is Shiva. So awareness sees itself in its own veil. What happens when awareness is fully expanded and never contracted, sees itself in the activity of contraction, in the activity of concealment? It's game over for separation. It's game over for duality. You stay revealed. You can no longer fool yourself. Seeing itself even in the reflection of the vibration of the ego or the resisted illusion of the separate self. Vibrating to itself within itself is literally everything. Everything resisted, everything cast away and avoided, all aversions. Everything is self-liberated. No more distinguishing this from that. There's no more, well, this is it, but not that. There's no more, well, I'm feeling one right now, basking in being aware of being aware, but I feel like a person at the grocery store. Awareness is everything. All there is awareness. So really contemplating that, inquiring into that, and during the day just seeing that, looking around, oh my God, all there is my awareness. This apparent shape in what I call a body is awareness. There's nothing but formless awareness. And that's all you ever directly experience anyway. You never experienced an object or a thing or separation. Without a thought, you've only ever experienced your own infinite eternal presence. Without a thought, there's no body. There's just pure awareness. With sensation, which is vibration, vibrating within it, appearing and disappearing, while awareness remains and is unchanging. So there never was even a physical body. So it wasn't anything that thoughts or concepts said about it. That was all fictional. So it really turns everything upside down. Everything you believed to be true was not. And so really checking the vikalpas and throughout the day, the thought forms with this divine discernment, you can really discern the truth in the reference point of what's farther from the truth. And everything just falls apart with all the ideas and limited beliefs. They dissolve. Everything is seen through for what it truly is, which is infinite awareness. Infinite, limitless. It's not what the limited thought or belief said about it. So when those arise, just being aware of them without resistance dissolves them. You digest them, reabsorb them back into yourself as pure awareness. And sometimes consciousness sees itself so clearly by meditating on itself without thought that it just naturally dissolves all of it, all some samskaras and vikalpas that are limited or farther from the truth. Or sometimes it appears to come up to be digested gradually. So each moment is the portal, each moment is the opportunity to self-liberate. So the veil is Shiva. There's only Shiva. There's only pure consciousness. Transpersonal, trans-individual, infinite, all-inclusive, unconditional, eternal. Tasting itself through imagining itself manifest to itself, vibrating within itself as unique vibrations, to know itself, to experience itself, to ultimately wake up to itself. So his veil is his oneness, since nothing veils him other than him. Balayani. He veils himself with himself. So Brahman wakes up to itself through the reference point of avidya, ignorance. So it dreams itself as what it's not. To wake up to itself as what it is. And that's the only way that you can experience yourself or know yourself. Because just like in deep sleep, awareness is fully expanded. It doesn't know itself as God. It doesn't know that it exists. It's inert and void, pregnant with potential, but unmanifest. Completely empty. So that's Shiva. Shiva without Shakti. And then with the innate desire to know yourself, experience yourself as God, wake up to yourself as God, realize yourself as God, you appear to contract. Imagine yourself manifest as word, as idea, conceptual idea. Thought form appearing manifest in your imagination. Dreaming yourself as apparent form, which is just the felt sense of perception, the felt sense of whatever is perceived. So that you know yourself as what you're not. So you can wake up to yourself as what you are, which is non-objective. Just like the eye can't see itself, it can only be itself. You can only feel yourself as everything. You can only feel yourself by emanating and pervading everything. Feel your essence, the felt sense. By being aware of being aware, you see yourself as the awareness that's hearing this voice, that's vibrating as this sound to experience yourself, appearing manifest to yourself as sound, the awareness that's seeing this screen is Shiva. So he veils himself with himself and is the only one to unveil himself. So it's incredibly empowering when you realize you're creating all of this. You have been all along, timelessly. You were the veil and the revelation. So to realize you are deluding yourself with your own powers is incredibly empowering. You wake up to your power. You realize you're the source. You're the only cause of literally everything. And everything you're perceiving is your reflection of however you feel that you are. However I am is my world. You're projecting all of it from your infinite mind. And it is your infinite mind. Just like the dream at night, dreaming a world and characters and bodies and trees in the sky. And then you wake up and realize, oh my God, that was all myself. It was all a projection of myself. All the characters that were talking to me was myself talking to myself. So you realize you never were a victim of circumstance. You were creating this all along. There is no outside agency or opposing force. There is no outside cause. You are the only power, the only cause, the author of your universe. Creating a new universe every moment, hundreds, every second. New, 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 new. And what's so cool is there's no time, so there's nothing that can decay or deteriorate. But as the power of Kali, you are creating a new universe right now that appears slightly different. So you superimpose making it appear to age or deteriorate or change, but you're creating a new version right now for the first time that doesn't age or decay. It's new, it's alive, it's infinite, it's eternal, it never dies. It's all contained within you forever. Everything is. No one dies, nothing dies. So the 5 acts, you're performing the 5 acts every moment. So for example, talking on the phone with a friend, your pure awareness, pure expanded awareness contracted as vibration of sound, and then contracting as cognition, superimposing meaning into the words as divine infinite intelligence, giving rise to meaning and discernment. So you're contracting as that activity, you're creating it in that moment, new for the first time, never done before, no before. And then you sustain it so that you can interpret this information back to yourself as consciousness. And then right away you dissolve it, you reabsorb it back into yourself as empty potential, and it doesn't exist. And in that moment of being naked with yourself, you can reveal yourself, turn around and look at yourself in that silence, in that stillness, which is the opportunity. That's when you reveal, or you can instantly cover it back up with a new thought form, new thought stream to keep yourself distracted and play hide and seek. And then you cling to play hide and seek, you would have to cling to experience, attach to it, assume that it's still there, or have an aversion to it, resist it, say no to it. And that's the only way you can play hide and seek. So really paying attention to that is extremely enlightening. Watching how you perform and create all day and dissolve. And then in that dissolution, after every thought form, sound, sensation, activity, pausing and being naked with yourself. No time. Even those words didn't happen. Just eternally now. Pregnant with potential to create and dissolve anything right now. So no before this. Nothing exists before this. Right now. New universe right now. And when you're not paying attention or extroverting yourself and you're resting in your presence, there is no mind. There is no world. So really getting firmly established and abiding as that. That which you are, that never comes and goes, never changes, is unbroken, is empty, spacious. field of consciousness from which everything appears and disappears. And it's so funny to see that you were lending your continuity or your constant being here now eternally to the fleeting and flashing, over and done before it even begins, phenomenal appearances and activity. How funny is that? Just, I mean, you can pay attention throughout the day to everything fleeting, like the words of this, the sounds right now, fleeting. Where'd it go? But you remain. So that's what you are. You're not the phenomenal content or the appearance of the body or the thoughts or what's being perceived that's coming and going. You're that which is appearing and dissolving into. So abiding is that, even if it appears that there's been such a habit of distracting yourself that it seems like you need to practice that, then that completely solidifies. It completely becomes doubtlessly what you are. So you're imagining new and fresh versions of everything right now. New versions of the characters. There's no continuity or no object that moves in time or exists when you're not aware of it. It's brand new right now, infinite. It can be anything. So you're imagining this body brand new right now. Nothing happened to it before this. There was no before this. Nothing ever happened to it. And realizing that completely heals everything. It heals the idea of a disease or ailment. But also, this goes for children. If you have children, you never gave birth to a child. There's no body that's moving in linear time, that's continuous. And you'd be imagining it new right now, just making it appear different or making it appear to grow or age right now, imagining it right now for the first time. This is very freeing. This is when you realize you're immortal and literally invincible, that even the body is formless awareness. All there is consciousness. There never was a physical thing. There never was a world of matter that existed before you were aware of it. The object only appears with the observer because your awareness giving rise to it right now. This is your infinite mind. So when attention is extroverted, awareness is contracting to manifest in its own infinite mind, infinite self. So like an example, pouring tea pure awareness is contracting, is the felt sense of touching, seeing. Contracting is blue cup. Tasting itself is that, which is not what it appears to be. It's all just pure awareness. There's not actually a blue cup. There's not actually tea or a tongue tasting it. There's just pure formless awareness, sensing. So you can't perceive yourself as an object because you are perception. You are appearing to yourself as perception, sensing, tasting yourself as qualia. So paying attention to the 5 acts throughout the day, watching how you contract to create, and you can stay aware and self-reflected in your contraction, which is when there's permanent awakening, when you don't veil yourself in the contraction or identify with being just the contraction. So awareness stays self-aware as it's appearing to taste or contract. This is also with having a thought stream. You can pay attention while in the middle of the thought stream, being aware that you're contracting is thought, vibrating within yourself is thought, and then watching it dissolve within you, and then you stay naked with yourself. Being aware of being aware, pausing in your silence and your stillness before you create again. So consciousness is contracting as both the experiencer and the felt sense of whatever is being experienced. So the observer is the observed. Everything is your awareness. Appearing is that. So you hold it there for a moment, you sustain it, and then you dissolve it, you reabsorb it. And you devour it. It disappears, it doesn't exist. So when awareness is staying aware of itself, you let it reabsorb back within you without resisting it or clinging or being sticky. So it feels free, it feels light. There's no heavy burden of a story or a past that you're holding on to. There's just pure immediacy of being right now. No before this, just now. Fresh, new, born again, like Jesus said, born right now. Infinitely. So revealing yourself as the source or concealing yourself again really quickly, which takes effort. It takes effort to keep concealing. It's just relaxing. Relaxing as what you already are. There never was anything to attain. You can't attain what you already are. You can only be what you already are, which is effortless. So following the fading out or the dissolution of every experience consciously. So consciousness plays hide and seek with itself by resisting experience, saying no to this isn't it, it's got to be something else. I'm avoiding this, I hate this. Or clinging on to an experience that you prefer, like a heightened spiritual experience, or saying that's it, but not this, which is so sneaky and cute. You also play hide and seek with yourself by believing the storytelling, believing the thought forms, the narration, and identifying with it. Attaching to self-images, which is what ego is. Identity with thought forms that imply a certain limited quality pertaining to the character, the making it appear bound, or that it's something solid or real moving in time. But what am I without a thought? Instant freedom. Wow, the person is a thought. Oh my God. Which is all done intentionally by your own powers, with your own power. So you were doing it all along, all along. There's no one else to blame. There's no victim. There's nothing outside of you. There's not two, only one. So consciousness recognizes itself, even if it's for a moment of glimpsing itself, which inevitably dissolves this hindrance or habitual veiling.
I was going to ask you something
Oh,
about
yeah. Go ahead.
no, just about an experience. What it is, it's I just noticed recently walking, like I'd come into the kitchen, and I have a huge plant in the kitchen, like a tree really. But at times I feel like I'm a giant, and the plant is really small. And like I was standing over my chair, and the chair seemed tiny, smaller. And
Yeah.
I was, and is that just like, because that's obviously expansion,
Yeah.
and it's yeah,
Yeah.
I've been noticing it more and more. Just in it's I've only really noticed it more in the kitchen, I think, with things like the plant and the chair, and recently, yeah,
That's cool.
interesting,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
because you're the expansive, infinite field of awareness, consciousness from which it's appearing. And just like I mentioned, I may have mentioned this in our group, that when the more that consciousness is meditating on itself, being aware, I noticed that when I was jogging, the stillness is so, the unmoving, pure awareness is so in the foreground that it can feel like I'm not even moving, that the apparent body is moving inside of me. But there's no effort now, because I realized effort was a mental construct that I was superimposing or tasting the flavor of from believing an idea, or like a conceptual idea. And so then it felt like it could run for hours or something. Like it used to feel like there was a inner, exertion of energy. And the same with like what you're saying, like when there's being aware while there appears to be eating, you're the field that the apparent body is eating inside of. So it's almost like you can see yourself as the field. I mean, you're not in the body's inside you. And the body's not a body, it's not what it appears to be. You're just vibrating as this felt sense of taste and movement and chewing and
Yeah, because when I like this, because I've been abiding a lot now, just meditating on myself just as much as possible, and then sometimes I would put attention on if I'm eating something, and then at the same time I would bring in the breath, the breathing, and at the same time I'm including everything as one frame,
beautiful. Yeah,
bringing in the sounds, bringing in, and I find that really, and then I turn attention back on itself,
beautiful.
away, and I just keep doing that too. And I'm finding all of these things are so helpful, and also just following the breath into that silence and pausing there, and then before the other
Beautiful.
breath arises, and those simple things are just the things I've just been doing, and then and coming back then to the attention on itself, to awareness on itself, but just bringing myself into it with that, I find very helpful. And I'm
Gorgeous.
actually, I feel like I really want to record on my phone like, I think you sent something as well with birds, or Brad did, with
Hmm.
sounds,
Yeah,
but to leave longer gaps, to make it more like so. Yeah, so I want to try and do that on my phone, to do some sounds and then
gorgeous.
stop it and have gaps and longer gaps, because I did look on the internet and I couldn't find anything. Like there was nothing that had, those sort of maybe a little bit longer. Because I do
Hmm.
tend to, even when I'm listening to you, I tend to go to the gap, but it's so sometimes so short. It's sometimes
Hmm.
creating those longer ones now with some sounds or
Beautiful.
yeah, so I'm going to try and do that now for the next few days, just to on my phone. So, and then just lie down or sit and do it, because
That's
I,
great. We can actually do it right now.
yeah,
Um, okay, I'm gonna make some, so with eyes closed, just
yeah,
locking on to awareness. Am I aware? And then I'm gonna make some sounds that have longer pauses. Ah, ah. Notice how unbroken, so you remain constant, untouched. Ka, ka. Yeah, and that you can get the singing bowl is so beautiful for that too because it has that fading out, the long fading
yeah, the
out.
fading. I
Yeah.
got these, I got these little shaky things.
Awesome. Yay.
So I'm going to have a whole thing going on.
I know, it's so fun. Oh
It's
my
quite
God.
fun. And it's lovely just to drop into that silence, isn't it? So
Yeah.
beautiful.
And it's so beautiful that you as consciousness, not only put the clues everywhere, but,
Mm,
created the bird sounds, for that reason too. It's like because you can see in the fleetingness that you always remain, that you're completely constant and still and silent. And so I'm definitely obsessed with the birds. Like every morning or all day, I'm outside.
listening, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
amazing.
And they have pauses, like especially, yeah, I listen to them as well. And
Uh-huh.
I went out, I made myself go out and buy these. The awareness.
You what?
I went out, made myself go out and buy these. Is it?
Yeah. That's
I'm
awesome.
veiling myself and now I'm revealing myself.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And
I
then
love
also contemplating all day without a thought that everything is my awareness. So then there's no more distinguishing.
yeah.
So the chair is my awareness, the wall is my awareness, the cup. There, but it's not labeled. There's no distinguishing, there's no objects. It's just pure subjectivity, pure pure awareness, only aware of itself. And that's when awareness stays self revealed, that's when the thoughts can appear like orgasmic or blissful. Sometimes at first, it's just like, oh my God, what is that? That's amazing, because you're the absolute, seeing yourself in and as everything. So everything is your mirror, your reflection that you can see yourself in.
Yeah, it's interesting when you put attention on everything at once. And it took a bit of practice to do that, but bringing
Mm-hmm.
everything, it's amazing because you can really see how there is no point where one ends and another begins. Like it's all just one thing going on.
Exactly.
And that's really, I found that a great practice because and you have to be the one seeing it all then as well, as in aware of
Yeah.
it all. But it's not that you're separate from it. It's amazing. I find that practice quite good. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. In many ways, yeah. It just seems to, yeah,
it is. It's amazing. It's the direct experience that you are literally everything.
everything. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Bringing it all in, like you're listening. It's the whole symphony, not in individual instruments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, you're the whole container from which all of
Mm,
it's appearing.
container, yeah, and it's all appearing, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you're the totality, the fabric of
yeah.
everything.
And I got a real sense of that. Yeah, that container, just holding it all, just is like, yeah,
How beautiful.
mm, yeah, just every day, just going more and more, just yeah, just as much as I can. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
Mm.
that's it.
Truth,
The more you abide, the more it's
truth
obvious.
above all else.
I know. That's it.
I think that was Adishanti was saying that he said something about security and discomfort or truth. You put truth above everything, above discomfort. Or,
You're right.
everything. Truth has to become, yeah, your top priority.
Yeah, that's the only desire because it's not bliss or elevated spiritual experience
Mm,
or, you know, all of those
no,
mind scams, it's truth. Period. That's all I want.
yeah, Yeah.
And that's the vigilance. That's when you're ripe and ready. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a time where I was looking for all those experiences, and
Yeah.
now I've no interest in them at all. And if they showed up, I wouldn't be that interested. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, yeah,
Beautiful. Yeah, that's
amazing.
another mind scam
Yeah,
is the elevated spiritual, the peak spiritual experience and then clinging on to that. That's another way to
yeah,
conceal yourself. And then you're longing for that. You're distracting yourself with some fucking
yeah,
because all of that comes and goes. You know,
yep,
just like the happiness, the all the emotions, all the sensations, all of the thoughts, all of the feelings, all of that all comes and goes. You are the awareness that's aware of all of it, that never changes, that never goes away. And you don't have a quality. But when you stay revealed to yourself, there is a permanent quiet joy, you know, that's permanent, that never goes away, that's infinitely okay with everything that appears and disappears, knowing what you truly are without a doubt, just total conviction. But everything else comes and goes. Those extreme blisses, those the extreme ecstasy, all of that comes and goes. It's a pulsation of Shakti wave. So not clinging to any of that. And actually another opportunity of unveiling is when there's a dissolution of a peak. So you'll have a like a high, and then it starts to appear normal consciousness again. And instead of
mm,
clinging to it or yearning for it to stay, oh my gosh, where to go? You you pause in your stillness, being aware, and then you're like, oh, that's just my awareness appearing as that vibration that appears and disappears, but I'm what always remains and doesn't need anything. I don't need anything. I don't need it to be any certain way. And so then awareness sees itself clearly as I'm, I am the essential fundamental pure unqualified awareness from which the qualities appear and disappear within me. I'm the container. I never lose or gain anything. I don't need anything. I'm completely independent and transcendent of all of it, but yet emanating, vibrating within myself as these peaks and then these normal, ordinary vibrations. And it's all my awareness. It's all equal. So then there's an equanimity. So then that balances the pendulum swing. There's a neutrality where it doesn't swing one extreme or the other, or there's no highs and lows like that. Yeah, so watching your performance is that radical autonomy, seeing that you are the only cause, you're the only one. It's been you all along. There was no outside. There was nowhere to get to. It's just here now. So what's funny is liberation is when you stop waiting for liberation. And then also whether you're being aware now and consciousness recognizes itself now and you're just basking in your stillness now, or you're seeking for 100 years, it's still only now. What a funny game or joke, It's so great. So yeah, there's so much. Oh my God, it's so empowering to see to watch the veiling, to be aware of when you contract, because then you stay revealed, to really study it, contemplate it throughout the day, just watching yourself be the author of the five acts.
Yeah. And that, like, am I aware is great, just to use that, as you say, just to lock in. Like, I use that a
Hmm.
lot, as well, and as part of, yeah, just that
Yes,
meditation. Yeah. So,
that is the easiest cue
mm,
for awareness to turn back around and look at itself, to ask, am I aware? Or I had a Zoom call with someone who her favorite was, what am I without a thought?
yeah.
That's it too. Yeah, it's so easy. So that's the same as Sri Ramana's Who Am I?
Mm,
Who am I? And Rupert Spira's what is it that knows this? What is it that knows my experience? All of it hits the target. Direct experience of seeing
yeah.
yourself as God. Yeah. So it's the infinite mind seeing itself, turning around, looking at itself inwardly and introverted. And so then when you are firmly abiding and you're doubtless, then you extrovert and look out and you're like, oh my God, this is all my awareness. There's nothing else but myself. How amazing. Yeah, and if some skatas come up, which are just the resisted experiences, the where there was an experience that you couldn't handle and you tucked away and said, no, you're not allowed. Any kind of trigger or anything coming up is the portal, the opportunity to self liberate. So you just simply the one formula for everything. You just be aware without
Just
thought.
be aware. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it just moves through you, dissolves within you, your transparent, infinite self. And then gulp, you swallow it up. You're one with everything. You swallow the entire universe. The universe is your body. And then there's the superpower of total discernment, seeing the truth, always seeing the truth. So no matter what is being experienced, or if you're having a conversation with someone, you're constantly discerning the truth. You're dissolving all of the limitations or whatever is being said. You're seeing through it as what it truly is.
Yeah.
And then
The one,
aware. Hmm?
like the one reality. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And all the things that couldn't be possible in a one reality.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I catch myself, yeah, especially when maybe something with the body or something, or even with food, like it's all the one to me. It's all the one. Like it's not
Uh-huh.
any different. A strawberry is no different to a tea bag, it's sort of
Yeah.
or whatever,
It's so
But
funny. Yeah, it's really comical watching those vikalpas, those the concepts and beliefs or conditioned ideas that appeared that so it's really dismantling and dissolving all of those because those will come up and then you're like, what the hell? No, this isn't separate. This even, like just like in the dream at night, what is food made of? What is the body made of? It's all my infinite consciousness. It's all made of consciousness. It's all infinitely Shiva. So there's nothing good or bad or harmful or right or wrong.
Mm.
And then nothing, there's no body that's moving in linear time. So this body right now is new. Nothing happened to this body before this. So you've never even eaten food. I mean, it's not even a body. It's infinite awareness that's formless. So there's never, food is not even what it appears to be. It's awareness. Vibrating is, you know, felt sense. Vibrating is sense as flavor. And then, yeah, so all of that distinguishing just dissolves. There's nothing harmful for me. I'm Shiva eating myself. I'm like, which is not even what's appearing to happen. It's not even what it appears to be. It's so, yeah, even all those scams about like things that are healthy and not healthy, or just like the analogy of Jesus blessing the food. It's like you see everything is God, so everything is good. Everything's good for you. Everything's benevolent. Everything is harmless. Poison is only poison if you label it that because you are the power. You're the power giving rise to that idea, to that imaginary placebo effect. So if you label something bad for you or poisonous, then you hallucinate that experience because you're the power of consciousness. You're God.
Yeah.
So then
I
it's like,
remember, yeah. I remember when I read Yogananda's book when he was young. He did that as a child with his friends when he was young. You know,
aw,
he actually proved to them, but that that I think he ate something off the street, muck or something. I don't know,
yeah,
some type of thing, and it didn't have any effect on him at all.
yeah,
But I think if they had ate it, it would have harmed them because their belief was that, it
yeah,
was obviously harmful. But for him, he saw everything as one, he didn't
you're
see,
right.
and he had obviously, yeah. So I always remember that story from him way
Mm-hmm.
back. Yeah, yeah. It stuck
Yeah,
in
you
my
can,
mind. Yeah.
yeah, it's all transformative
Mm.
energy. It's all your mind. So it's all
Yeah.
a projection of your mind. Whatever consciousness believes, it can project and perceive. And so, if you believe you're a physical body and something's harmful for you, then you can hallucinate that experience. But when you wake up, when consciousness sees itself clearly, is I not only am I formless, eternal awareness, but there is no time. And when there is no time, there is no body. There's no body that something could have happened to. So it's a brand new body right now that's never eaten food or done anything. Right now, you're imagining it right now for the first time. And so that can actually completely heal the body by consciousness seeing that clearly, because you can see that from your power, you were, creating a new body and then superimposing imaginary limitations on it in that moment by believing, an illusion or not seeing things clearly, forgetting that you're God, forgetting that you're consciousness. And then you dream that, which is completely harmless still because you're always untouched no matter what, just like the dream at night, you're safe and sound in bed, tucked in bed, and you're dreaming the world. And but also the funny little scams of like food making people, making the body fat or whatever. Like, no, it's the thought that makes it, that makes
Oh.
it, you hallucinate the appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so funny. You didn't even eat
Yeah.
food. Their food doesn't do anything. And even with the whole thing with nutrients and all of that, that's all make believe. You are the only substance. Like you're not even eating food. You are the vitamin. You are the
Yeah.
so all of it's a placebo effect. You're
Yeah,
just
and I
tricked.
remember
Hmm.
who's it, Theresa Neumann. She never ate anything. She never. She literally had a host or something. She never. She didn't need to eat anything. She just They didn't have to, and that was like proven. I remember
Yeah.
Yogananda went to visit her and actually, experienced that all with her. And yeah, so
What was her name?
Teresa Neumann,
Okay.
yeah, she was a
Yeah.
saint, yeah, in Austria, I think, I think it was Austria. And he wrote a chapter about her in his book because he went to visit her in while he was in Europe, and it was really interesting, yeah. So and
Gorgeous.
yeah, she never ate, yeah. She just yeah.
Yeah.
She only had one little host, the bread, the church, the holy sort of what you call it. You have the consecrated bread in the church. I'm not up on
Mm-hmm.
religion, but and she yeah, that's all she had every day. That was it.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I
Yeah.
watched I've watched a few videos. There's this one guy that I watched more recently that has not eaten food or drinking water in 20 years. And so
Mm.
because you're God dreaming this, you don't need anything. When you
Yeah.
wake up to yourself, you you're literally immortal and invincible, and but that's a recognition. That's like a knowing, an intuitive, you know,
Yeah.
realization. That's I mean, doubtlessly you know that, and then you're so yeah, you transfigure, you can transform anything. You realize you're the author of your experience, so you can dream what you want, you can experience what you want, you can it's all a projection of yourself, of your infinite mind.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna now eat chocolate all day.
Yeah. I've been having,
And
oh my
ice
God,
cream.
this is such a weird
Ice.
pattern. I love chocolate. I freaking eat chocolate all day too. I eat raw cacao, but even though the past didn't happen in the apparent dream time story, there was eating chocolate smoothie every day for like years. Like that's all that it eats during the day, and then it'll eat savory stuff at
Mm.
night or whatever. But right now I've shifted to um, chocolate chip peppermint smoothie during the day,
Awesome.
which is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
With,
good.
yeah, with cacao nibs. I love it.
Yeah. The cacao is great, actually. I got some from Peru.
Oh,
The
beautiful.
chocolate. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Have you been drinking it or?
Yeah, I had some like a hot chocolate thing with it, like with milk and
Mm-hmm.
like an almond milk and maybe
Wow.
a bit of ginger in it. And
Yes.
and then I just I love the smell of it. Oh,
God, I love
I
it.
could just smell
And
it
oh
all
my
day.
gosh, it's the vibration of euphoria.
Mm.
When I dreamed going to Guatemala, I was drinking a shitload of cacao every day, and the ceremonial grade gets you high, like because it's your awareness vibrating as that flavor, that frequency.
Mm.
Um, but it feels amazing. I love cacao. I'm out of it right now, but I'm gonna order some more.
And where did you go in Guatemala?
Um, I went to Lake Atitlan,
Oh,
the
so did
real.
I.
You did?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I went there with Ernesto Ortez. We did a whole we did San Pedro, not
Wow.
ayahuasca, and yeah, it was a fantastic trip. Yeah, about
That's
yeah,
magical.
30, and it's a beautiful place, Lake Aslan. Yeah,
Oh
really
my
lovely
God. It is magical for sure.
paradise.
It
Yeah, yeah,
is. And I love how hard it is to get to, and it's such an adventure, like
yeah, yeah.
traveling. Yeah.
Getting the boat over, and he lost half his finger actually, while we were
What?
there. The boat you get over, it comes in and it was moving up and down and it hit off something and took his finger off, half his
Oh
finger.
shit.
Yeah. So I sent him a picture of a fish with a bib on, with a fork and a knife. Because he
Ah,
pressed
that's
the finger.
hilarious. How
But
funny.
it was an
Wow.
interesting trip. Yeah, really good. Yeah. But that was a long time ago. But yeah,
That is
yeah, the
amazing.
ceremonies there.
Wow. Yeah, it's so beautiful how this as awareness vibrating within ourselves is the unique vibration even of location. How all of it has a different flavor, you know?
No.
That one was very magical and it was very obvious there was no world out there. It was its own little, crazy world that was that was like esoteric and ethereal and yeah.
Yeah, it's all the experiencing itself and through all, isn't it? It's all I like. I
Mhm.
feel I love adventures. I love to go on adventures like that. I just
Me
like,
too.
to experience something new all the time, not to
Yes.
be groundhog daying it.
Me too. Oh my God, that's so funny because I've noticed with this character, it's always in the dream. It's always done that. So, and it's wild too. Like the trip to Guatemala was all of a sudden, I was like, I'm going to Guatemala. And I booked the plane, didn't tell anyone, until after I did it. And I didn't know where I was going to go. And then I was looking, online or whatever, and that stuck out. I didn't know anything about it really at the time. And then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna book the Airbnb and that's it. I don't know anything else. And then it was just following intuition the whole way. I had no clue there was gonna be a long bus ride or an hour boat ride. I fucking
Mm.
and then I got to the Airbnb at midnight and like it was just amazing. And then I had no clue where I was. And then I magically woke up and I'm in the coolest fucking Airbnb I've ever seen in my life. It was dark when I got there, so I had no clue. And then these volcanoes, like in the
Yeah,
window, picturesque. It was just incredible. And then the hammocks on the balcony, and the shower was on the balcony, so I was just like taking a
right.
shower naked, looking at the volcano. It was just so cool. I love adventures too. I haven't done that in a while, but I love the total on a whim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to do them very close to the time. They just come up. They turn up. Like I don't
Oh
really
yeah.
see anything. They just like turn up. And Egypt as well. I ended up there just
Wow.
out of just everywhere. I love to travel the different adventures, but it's not. I don't like. It's not a doing. It just all just happens. It's like
Yeah.
it happens. There's no real big planning or anything. It just
Yeah. Same
suddenly
here.
turns off. Yeah, and next thing I'm gone somewhere. So I never know where I'm going to be in any moment.
Me
Really.
too. It's
Gone
on a whim. I like
on a whim.
do
Yeah,
not compute making plans at all. It's always been really weird about because that's how this is. This is spontaneous
yeah,
Shakti. And so that's really just allowing Shakti to lead and it's all intuitive and it's all total perfection. Just like you don't know what your next thought is. And,
mm,
it's a choiceless, absolute just expressing infinite patterning. It's amazing. And just to surrender to that wildness and it's just so fun. It really is.
yeah. Amazing.
I love that you resonate with that too. That's so awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yay! Oh my gosh. Okay, now I gotta go eat some
Yeah.
peppermint smoothie.
Yeah, good for you. I must try that one actually.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what I do with it.
Yeah.
It's one frozen banana, one um
Mhm.
probably a half a cup of frozen spinach, which you can't taste. It just makes it green.
Yeah.
And then I do probably like 3 tablespoons of cacao nibs because I love it. And that makes the chocolate chips. And then I put a little quick spill of peppermint oil, and then a tiny little squirt of monk fruit just because I love it extra sweet, and that's what makes it taste like the mint chocolate chip ice cream. Because even the banana is sweet enough, but you don't even need it. But I just add like a little bit more, and then yeah, it tastes like freaking mint chocolate chip ice cream.
And you just get a food grade type peppermint oil, is it? I've never
Yeah,
bought it. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
find it at the natural food store here. Um, yeah, just like
Okay.
vanilla. It's in the extracts. Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's,
extracts. Yeah, I must
yeah.
get that actually. Yeah, because I love peppermint. I actually spray it on my pillow at night and things like
Oh,
that, and spray it on
yay.
myself in the morning.
I love peppermint.
Mm,
Yeah. Beautiful.
yeah, well, enjoy your smoothie. I'll be
Oh,
thinking.
enjoy your chocolate.
I'll be tasting it as well because yeah,
I know. You can taste it right now.
yeah, absolutely.
Yay. Okay. Love you, friend. Mwah.
Great
Have
to
a
talk.
beautiful
Thanks.
day.
Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.